Hello, my name is John Brinker with Wiser.com, and today we're going to review the top quarterbacks for fantasy football. So we're going to head over to the fantasy football section, and we're going to go down to, let's go to quarterbacks top rankings. Within this section, we can see Andrew Luck, Aaron Rodgers, Russell Wilson, Peyton Manning, Drew Brees in the top 5. You can see that Aaron Rodgers and Andrew Luck, both their top positions are number 1. Andrew Luck, his worst is number 2. Aaron Rodgers, his worst is number 4. So they're going to be picked up very soon, number 1 to number 2 within the rounds of the fantasy leagues. You can see Andrew Luck obviously has Andre Johnson and very powerful quarterback. He's a very strong pick. His stats are going up. While Aaron Rodgers also very strong arm, extremely accurate. He's in the top picks for sure. If we go down to like a Russell Wilson, he's number 2 with the worst is number 9. So he's still a decent pick. Russell Wilson, the Seahawks are starting to pass more. They're limiting their runs. They used to be running all the time, but now they're starting to do more passing. I think Russell Wilson will have more an effect this year. He'll be producing about 299 points this year overall. So he's definitely a contender for a top round pick. If we head down to Peyton Manning, this is a little different story than a Russell Wilson. He's number 3 with a worst of 13, which definitely doesn't reflect his earlier years. He'll definitely be at best a number 4 round pick, I would say, but I would probably avoid Peyton Manning until later on when you need an extra quarterback, possibly. So let's head down to Drew Brees. As we can see on this, it says Drew Brees, best number 3, worst number 12. So considering Drew Brees would probably be a number 4 round pick, his stats are going down. We don't know how well New Orleans is going to do this year. It's hard to pick him in the top 4 rounds. I would probably consider him a very risky pick, and I would consider him a bad pick, actually, in the top rounds. So if we check out a Matt Ryan, this is a little different than Drew Brees. Matt Ryan has Julio Jones, very strong quarterback. I think Atlanta is going to be passing quite a bit this year. And here it says his best picks at number 5, worst at number 11. So yeah, if you can get Matt Ryan in a number 5, number 6 round, it's a very strong choice. Definitely, if you need an extra quarterback, for example, let's say you got like a Matt Ryan and a Tom Brady. So Tom Brady will play later this in the season. So if Tom Brady's by week 4 and you got a Matt Ryan by week 10, you could switch it up then. You could do some switching matching depending on when Tom Brady gets back. You can switch over to Tom Brady, and depending on the week strengths, you can switch back and forth between those two. And those are lower quarterbacks, number 7 and a number 14 pick. So that would be an interesting decision. So beyond Matt Bryan, if we go to a Tony Romo, number 5, worst number 18. So he's right there with Matt Ryan. Tony Romo is an interesting choice. Yeah, I would probably consider Tony Romo up there, but I'd probably pick Matt Ryan before I put Tony Romo in around 5 or 6. So beyond them two, Cam Newton, I would most likely avoid. Cam Newton's just too risky. Right here it says his best is number 4, worst is number 17. The expert that picked him number 4 seems a bit biased. He's a risky pick. He could do very well this year, Cam Newton, but it would be riskier. Beyond all those, if we focus back on Tom Brady, Best is number 6, Worth is number 28. I understand why some people are picking him 28. That's interesting. But if you mix and match Tom Brady with a higher quarterback, it would be amazing. If you got like an Andrew Luck and a Tom Brady, you wouldn't be too bad. Because considering the points that Tom Brady will get this year, let's say he gets 220. It's not that strong, but if you got another quarterback to outweigh the weeks that Tom Brady's off, it'd be a very strong second string quarterback, obviously. So beyond this, we're going to head over to the fantasy projected points. So within the fantasy projected points, we can obviously see that Andrew Luck, 326 points. Aaron Rodgers right behind, 321 points. You can see that Andrew Luck's projected to throw 4,718 yards. Much different than the top quarterbacks, a majority of them. So you can see that Andrew Luck's going to be throwing quite a few touchdowns and a lot of yards. I believe that he's a very strong pick almost most of the weeks that you can look at. Now let's go back down to like a Peyton Manning. You can see that he's still consistently throwing 297 yards. This is why a second ago I said that he's a decent pick for a round 4, but he's definitely not up there in a round 2, round 3 pick. The same goes for like a Russell Wilson, round 4, maybe around 3. But if you're picking quarterbacks later, don't be picking Russell Wilson or Peyton Manning early in the round. I'd probably avoid Drew Brees, Matt Ryan. He's not that bad of a pick if you can pick him up in around 4, round 5. I would most likely avoid a Cam Newton and Big Ben. He's definitely a choice for a later round pick. Tony Romo. Probably up there with Big Ben. Matthew Stafford. He's an okay pick. Not the best pick. You definitely don't. He would be a good second stringer. And then let's go down. Why would a Tom Brady be so low? 215 points projected because he's going to miss several games at the beginning of the season. That's why. Now, this is a great example of picking a lower ranked quarterback, statistically, but picking him with a higher ranked one. So we're going to pick like a Tom Brady, and we could pick like even if you had to, like a Tom Brady and Matt Ryan, like I was saying earlier, or if you could even a Tom Brady and Andrew Luck, Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers. So you would pick like Andrew Luck in your second round pick if you could pull that off of your first round pick, and then later on you'd pick a Tom Brady. Now people would consider it riskier. I would consider it less risky if you look at the bye weeks and look at what's the quarterback's strengths overall and what's their projected points every week. So let's head over to quarterback schedule strength. Now within quarterback schedule strength, we can see Andrew Luck's producing 20.4 points per week. Aaron Rodgers 20.1. Let's go down and check out like a Matt Ryan, 17.7 points. That's a pretty consistently strong. I would say Matt Ryan 17.7. Like I was saying, Matthew Stafford, Tony Romo, all those Matthew Stafford, Tony Romo, Matt Ryan, Big Ben, and all of them, they can all be picked within 4th round picks easily. 4th, 5th round picks if you need to get an extra quarterback on your team, but they're definitely not up there with Aaron Rodgers or Andrew Luck. So let's go down. Let's see here. If you look at Cam Newton, for example, he has a fairly easy strength schedule. Playing Jacksonville, Houston, Tampa Bay, and playing, once again, Tennessee and Atlanta. Not too difficult of a schedule, I would say, for Cam Newton. These are the type of quarterbacks that you have to focus on before you make your picks. Look at their strength of their schedule. Are they going to succeed against that schedule? And that's the main question. If you look at Cam Newton's schedule, it doesn't look horrible. On the other hand, if you look at an Eli Manning, Phillip Rivers, their schedules look a little more intimidating. So you have to review the schedules and kind of understand the strengths of their schedules to comprehend which quarterback to pick for your later picks. So beyond the strengths and all that, you can review quarterback versus quarterback here. So this is the same thing, reviewing their strengths and their weaknesses on every quarterback versus every quarterback. So that's about it for now. If you have any questions or comments, just leave them below, and thanks for watching.